Hi everyone, it's Patty from Sleepy Glen Homestead. Well, in this cage here I have a guinea fowl, and they're wild birds. And this one here went lame on us about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And what's happening is, oh, careful honey, careful. Well, you can see she can't stand. She's basically balancing herself on her elbows and her feet are kind of curled in. They say it's because of a bacterial infection that she got, or a viral infection or something, but I'm not giving up on her. Neither are her friends out there screaming at her. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I put her out here so that the other part of the flock will come over and they'll chat with her and she chats back with them. But I've got some meloxicam that my vet gave me, and I'm able to give it to her. It's a liquid, and I'm also giving her a vitamin B complex, just a little bit every night. So she's actually doing a little better. Let me see if I can pull her out. Maybe we can get her to do some therapy. I try to hold her up, but you can see how her feet just curl in. And it's surprising that she even lets me touch her. I can scratch her neck. Usually when I do that, she'll stretch her neck out. But if you've ever had a guinea fowl or ever been around a guinea fowl, they're very, very wild birds. They're kind of cool though. I really like her. So this is what's going on with my guinea. I'll just keep babying her, and maybe, you know, she'll become a house pet. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyways, let's go in the greenhouse and see what's going on in there. Okay, when I brought you in here on the last video, I was showing you how I put my tomato seeds in one pot, and I just let them grow until they've got their second set of leaves, and then I take them apart and I put them in their individual little cell trays. And all up here on the shelf I've got a whole bunch of tomatoes, and I've got some nasturtiums, and I've got some pepper plants. And right down here I've been working on my pepper plants today. I've only got probably, well, what you can see right here and right here. Let me just get down there a little bit better. What I got here is, these are hot poblano peppers, and I'm just very gently taking them apart. Let me pull you in a little bit closer. And I'm just, look at those roots. Those are really nice. And I'm just going to stick them here into my little tray and punch a little soil around it. You know how to do this. I don't need to give you a big old tutorial on this. And just put it in there real nice. So I'll just talk to you while I'm doing this. I've got arbol peppers right here, but I still have another full tray that I did. And if you've never had an arbol pepper, you can order the dried peppers on Amazon. I've done that before. And this is the first year that I'm going to grow them, because I'm telling you what, they are some really hot peppers, and I like spicy food. And so you need to dry them out, and then you rehydrate them in a pan of water, and then you just take your chilies out when they're rehydrated, put them in a blender, whatever you got that you can blend with. Add some garlic, add some onion, maybe a little bit of juice if you have to, and just whip it up. and it is a really nice addition to your tacos, your enchiladas. It's just super spicy and I like it. So anyways, I'm going to finish this tray up later. But I also wanted to show you, while we're here in this greenhouse, my potatoes. When I brought you here last time, let me zoom in here. Everything right here and all the way over, whoops, and right here are all my potatoes. And I've still got more potatoes growing right down here. And these were potatoes that I just kind of overwintered, and they were growing really nicely. So I'm excited to actually have potatoes in here. And I think next year my idea is we buy 50-pound bags of seed potatoes from Martin's in Liberty, Kentucky. And it's only like $20. I don't know why anybody would buy them from Johnny's or anybody else like that, because you get like 2 pounds for $50 or something crazy like that. And I think I'll do both greenhouses of nothing but potatoes. Because the soil is really soft, it's easy to get into it. We can really dig around when it's time to harvest them. And it's just going to be, you know, another experiment, because that's what we do around here. We do a lot of experimenting. Now, my onions right here, you can see how some of the leaves are starting, the greens are starting to dip over. And what you can do, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give them a haircut. And these smell really, really good. I can take these in the house and we can eat them. But I could just give them all a little haircut here, because we don't need them growing out of control. You don't have to do it, but it just kind of makes it look a lot tidier and a lot neater. So if you got onions and they're growing crazy like this, give them a haircut. It's not going to hurt them, and you got food too. Alrighty, this is greenhouse number 2. This is where I have all of my brassicas, and I'm afraid a lot of it is just going to go to seed because we've got really hot weather coming up. It's going to be 80 in a couple of days, and it's kind of warm in here, and I've got the sides up. I guess I could put this side up a little bit more just to keep the breeze going through, but you can see how these plants have just grown like crazy. And all I did was just give them some blood meal, and there we have it. I'm really impressed with what's going on here. Over here, right here is where I have all my broccoli, and I came through here yesterday and I was just cutting the heads off because let me show you what one of the heads looks like. Here's a broccoli head right here. They're not getting much bigger than this, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the type that I'm growing. It's called the Waltham 55, but they're just like real little. And I kind of wanted the big ones because we eat a lot of broccoli. We would eat even more if these little heads here would just kind of grow up a little bit. Now back here is where I have all my cabbage, and I'm hoping it's going to be a big seller. If not, I'm going to be canning up a lot of cabbage soup. But all that's cabbage, all there. And I've got some cauliflower back in here. I've got more cabbage growing in here. I've even got some red cabbage growing right in here. I've got my more trays growing things. Here's another thing I learned. When you buy your onions, and I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video or not, but I bought some candy onion seeds, and again, I just threw them in a little pot, and look at how well they're doing. So I think when these get a little bit bigger, I'll probably plant them up on the hill. It's another experiment. I've never done it like that before, but I did not have any kind of success growing them in the trays, in their each individual little cells. So that's another experiment I get to do. Ooh, ooh, there's a wasp on me. Oof. Over here in these little trays here, I've got, I think they're either hazelnut or they're hickories, but these were just the seeds that are dropped from our trees out there, and I put them in here, and this is what I'm getting. This one's growing too, but I just took the seeds and plopped them in here, and I guess I'm regrowing our forest. Speaking of regrowing the forest, let me show you what else is going on out here. Also growing out here, I've got another one growing right here in with my spearmint, and I've got one here, one here, one here, one here, one back here. It's just crazy how all these little thingies are growing, and I really don't want this one, but this is what they look like when they start growing. I might just take this and put it in a pot. Let's do that. This one here doesn't look like it's going to do anything. No, it's not. So I'm just going to stick this one down in here. There we go. It's got a new home. Okay, well, that's all I have for you today. This coming week, what Keith and I are planning on doing is we're going to get the ground cover laid out up there on the hill, and I need to get my seed potatoes planted. So that's on my big agenda. Sorry, it is so bright in here. Boy. The weather is definitely changing. We had frost warnings last week, and now we're going to be 80 degrees, and that's just crazy for here in south central Kentucky. But I'll take the heat. I don't think my brassicas are going to like the heat very much at all because, you know, like I said, some of my broccoli's going to seed, but, you know, I'll just cut it and eat it. It's whatever. So take care. God bless. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done it already. Share the video. Give the tips and tricks that I do, you know, planting seeds in a container and just pulling them apart later. You know, tell your friends about it because it's a real easy way to do it. So anyways, I'm gonna go. I've got a lot more plants to get potted up before it gets too hot in that greenhouse and everything starts wilting on me. Okay, take care. Friends for. I love seeing the guineas come around and be with their friends. Sorry about the wind.